Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's going to be general collective readings. Please remember to take what resonates and toss the rest. Okay. We're going to start with a subject and then we're going to go into the reading. Okay, we have community, healing, chaos, and patience. Okay. So there's a community here that is trying to heal the chaos with patience and enlightenment for an opportunity for freedom from whatever we're about to read about. Okay? There's an opportunity for freedom here from what feels like a community who may have the wrong idea about you, or they're being illuminated through this full moon. They're being forced to open up because they're being stagnated until they do. They can't move. I'm seeing Eight of Swords energy here. They can't move until they open up their heart and open up their mind to the unseen that is being pushed on them, the narrative that's being pushed on them about you that isn't true. I feel like you may have already freed yourself from this, because it's not that you don't care, but you know judgment is going to be passed. I got a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles here with the Chariot and Judgment. So somebody misjudged you. Somebody, Cancer energy, Sagittarius, Scorpio energy, they misjudged you. And yeah, in front of a whole community of people. I'm seeing that scene in, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Ever After with Drew Barrymore, where the Baroness is like being confronted by the king and queen in front of the court, and she's going, there seem to be a whole lot of people out of town because nobody will stick up for her. Well, that's what's going on here. Nobody's sticking up for this person or these people anymore, because they know that what was said is not true. You've proved them wrong. You've freed yourself from this energy, so it has no choice but to return. And the reason they did this was over a Two of Cups. A relationship. They wanted this relationship, whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, and they wanted somebody to be confused about you so they wouldn't come towards you. Could be a mother, could be a boss. Yep, competition. Five of Wands. Whoever this person was, they were competing with you for some kind of a relationship. So they got a whole community involved here. And I think you were very patient. You may have lost your shit for a minute, but you came back to center. Yeah, look. Did they cause chaos? Well, absolutely they did. They did everything in their power to cause chaos in your life. And it may have succeeded for a moment. Especially with this Aries moon, full moon that we just had. Because you got to understand, that's Mars energy. And it don't take much to snap when you're under pressure. But I see you bringing yourself back to love and healing any wounds that you created through this tower. But when you did that, the energy returned to these people, to this community, At least 5. Maybe led by Scorpio, or Cancer, or Sagittarius. The energy is returning, and now it's their turn to snap. But don't allow this to impede upon your freedom. Illuminate yourself and set yourself free with patience and understanding. You have an opportunity here to not react or to forgive yourself for reacting and trying to fix anything that you might have said out of anger or despair. The 3 of Wands, they were waiting to see if this worked. They were watching and they were waiting, and they're confused. They're very confused because you're still standing, you're still here, you're still in love and kindness, and you're free from their chains of deception, their chains of competition, their chains of harsh words and destructive actions. You're becoming the star. You're healing the tower. And it's happening. But you have to be patient with yourself. You have to forgive yourself for the chaos if you caused it or if you were caught up in it. Because we're not perfect beings here. We all make mistakes. Yeah. Whoever these people are. There's another 5. It's all fixing to change in the immediate future. And they're very, very upset because your ships are still coming in. And you're still getting what's fair to you. Queen of Cups. 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Which to me is equal give and take. Love of this community is they're seeing the truth, and they're upset because they may have blown their opportunity with you by falling for whatever this person was selling, whatever snake oil this person was selling about you. They could be really sad because they blew it. I don't think you trust them anymore. Nine of Wands, justice, baby. It's here. You fought a long, hard battle, but your justice is here. They were obsessed with your 9 of Pentacles. They were obsessed because you were good on your own. And you didn't need this community. So they tried their best to make you fight for justice. And like I said, maybe you said a few harsh words. Maybe you snapped a little bit. But bringing yourself back to the 2 of Cups brought you to the Chariot. And judgment will be passed. Justice will be had. And whoever these people who are obsessed with your lovely bunch of coconuts will have to pay for their action, because there's nowhere else for the energy to go, because you're not absorbing it anymore. Capricorn energy. Libra energy. Outside influence. The devil got left behind. Look at that. All these 5s coming out in these readings today. Everything's changing. This whole paradigm is changing. These demons aren't able to haunt you anymore, as long as you're willing to let go of them. There's an opportunity for freedom here from these opinions. What's that old saying? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, they're all full of shit. Well, that's exactly what's going on here. And whoever didn't see your worth here is going to be left with that burden. And it's going to be a heavy one. It's going to weigh heavy on them. And they're going to be left out by their own community. Because they lied on you. They spread a bunch of rumors about you that wasn't true. To a Two of Cups, no less, to somebody who had an interest in you. Like I said, could be Cancer, could be a Sagittarius, could be a Libra, could be Capricorn. It's unfortunate, but now I don't think you trust them anymore. The hope or the fear here is the alchemist or the magician. You took whatever these people sent to you and you turned it into, you took that pain and you turned it into power, and you took it away. From other people. These other people, this community that was ragging on you. I can't even put it any other way. You took that pain and you turned it into power, and you took their power right away from them, and you freed yourself. Not by not giving a damn. Like I said, you probably said a few rough things yourself, because I can see that there was definitely some things said here. But the fact that you were able to alchemize it and bring yourself back to center and not allow this chaos to rule your world and make you self-destruct, sent that energy right back to wherever it came from. And now they're about to snap. I'd watch out for these people, because I do think they wish you harm. And I don't mean that in any way, shape, or form to try to scare you. I just want you to do your due diligence to be aware of the intentions of others when they're in your vicinity. You win. Final outcome. The Six of Wands. And you will be recognized for this. You will be rewarded for this. For accepting the responsibility of the part that you played. Maybe knowingly, maybe unknowingly. But you're going to win because you took that energy instead of destroying your life and destroying yourself through obsession of being FOMO'd or left out in the cold. You turned it into power. Congratulations. That was the right thing to do. I'm going to clarify a couple of things here, and this is not going to be a long reading, we got pretty much the whole story here. What is the Five of Pentacles and the Devil card about? I knew it. I knew it. The Ace of Cups. Like I said, this is about a relationship. Somebody didn't want you to have some sort of equal give and take relationship. But you stood up for yourself. You knew what they were doing. And you didn't back down. You didn't back down. Because you had a higher power standing behind you, knowing what was going on here. And that brought in the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Your new beginning. And your ship's coming in. You have no choice but to move on. Because this Two of Pentacles, this juggling act, was all a lie. And you knew it. High Priestess, Earth Angel, you knew it. Like I said, you took that pain that somebody inflicted on you and you turned it into power by simply acknowledging it and not backing down, but balancing out the energy. And somebody got caught because you badass. They didn't expect you to be a badass because you're Queen of Cups. But you were right. If you suspected it, you were right. Oh, so this is what they said about you. Situation's about to explode. Because they said you were trash, that you were promiscuous, and you were trash. Like I said, it's got nowhere to go but back. So what they projected onto you was what they were actually themselves doing. And it was recorded. There's physical recorded evidence. They could have even tried to do some AI shit to try to make you look like trash in a schmick shop. And you knew better. Like I said, you didn't back down. They might owe you money, because if it was that, it's slander. And it's not only just slander. There's evidence. Could have used your likeness in some way, shape, or form, and there's evidence. They're not laughing now. They might have thought it was funny before, but they're not laughing now. And they're very anxious because of the gamble that they took with the feminine energy out of jealousy. They're about to face a crisis because you know, and you have an outlook, and the outlook you have is correct. Like I said, there is some sort of evidence here that they used your likeness in a not so savvy way. So when you find that evidence, and this is not going to be for everybody, this is only going to be for a select few. These could have been men, a group of men that thought they was being funny. Probably taped themselves doing acts with somebody else and put your face on it. Who knows? Because they think you're hot. But somebody's about to tell. And you're about to receive some kind of communication about this. Don't run away. Stick up for yourself. Stick up for yourself, because this is all bullshit. If there's key people They're trying to get away now because they know that it's a lie. They know that it's edited. There's something in it that shows that it has been fabricated. And they did it out of greed. Probably to try to make some money off of you. Took a gamble, rolled the dice, and tried to destroy your honor, your dignity. Sick people in this world, guys. You really got to be paying attention, especially with all the fake AI and the fake voiceovers and the fake. You've got to pay attention. And if somebody does it to you, and another person sees it, which is what I feel like this is, if somebody else has seen it that actually cares about you with this Two of Cups. They actually care about you, and they're the ones that are going to tell. And like I said, they're going to owe you a lot of money. Whatever they made, they will lose, and they will have to give back. Whatever they took from you will be taken from them. And they may end up behind bars with restitution. Restitution is they have to pay you. We have the Angel of Time for your Shadows and Light card. Working too hard. This is somebody. This is you just busting your ass, not enjoying your life, and somebody getting carried away with your the way you look. Let's see what this card says. There it is. I got my trusty little flashlight. Alright. So this card says working too hard. Says the Angel of Time looks very... Oops, got it backwards. The Angel of Time looks very fierce and stern, and that's because you need to hear her message. You see, if she has appeared to you in soft guise, it would be too easy for you to overlook her message and just continue as if she had never visited. The truth is that you are forcing yourself beyond your energetic limits at this time, working too hard, self-loving and connecting with the universe way too little. So she has appeared to remind you of what it is you are turning your world into, one big machine, where you are one cog in it. You are an important, soulful, beloved being, but the world of work is not going to end if you step away from its mechanism for a while. It is time, she says, for a timeout. Will you listen? She speaks. I'm getting straight to the point here because someone really has to tell you. Stop giving so much to your work. All your time, your energy, your passion. Take better care of your health. This is a time to fulfill all those promises you made to yourself, but barely made even enough effort to keep. Meditate, eat well, take up gentle exercise, and change unhealthy emotional patterns that are compromising your well-being. These are the challenges you need to set for yourself. Gaze into a candle's flame. Write down one true thing you love about all of your friends and pay close attention to the messages your body sends you. Then make the changes you know it needs. I thank you in advance for a happy you makes the world a far better place. So pay attention to those friends, pay attention to who's really your friend and who's really not. Because some of them are passing false judgment against you. The divination message is, time for a break from mechanical technical work is needed. Please take breaks from electronic devices like computers, cell phones, and even iPods, clocks, and watches. Float in a lake, walk in a forest, meditate in a cave. Camping, hiking, and gardening would be most beneficial at this time. It's time to unwind the tightly coiled springs and detach from the mechanisms of the deadlines and immerse yourself in nature's time and truth. The angel of time tells you to do this now. See, this is what causes you to snap. Is that you're so busy being a human doing that you're not taking out enough time to be a human being. And I'm guilty of it too, guys. So I get it. And all these other people, they're working overtime and they're destroying themselves. They're so obsessed with throwing everybody else under the bus and greed that they're on a path of self-destruction. And it's time for you to take a step away from that and free yourself from their judgment, from their obsession, from their technologies. And when you find out the truth about what has happened here, you'll be able to take that break and just sit back and relax for a minute and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm free and I'm happy. No matter what anybody has put you through. Trust me when I say I do it myself. And every day I have to remind myself to come back to center. So I started a garden. Find something better to do besides be a part of this chaos that's ensuing in the world. It'll do you no good to keep obsessing about what other people do and what other people say. The truth will always come out because it's the only thing that will stand the test of time. Well, those are your messages, my darlings. Please remember to press that like button, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.